Dear Kay, do you remember the way Gregory used to laugh when he thought he was alone? What his world was like.
Hey, it's kind of lit.
I know how silly it sounds. I know you did everything you could.
Hold on, I don't want...
I wish you could have told us. But I know what happened wasn't your fault. I'm sure as hell. And he'd want you to be happy too.
A poem for Gus, who always said the wedding was a bad idea. Hard, before the day my brother said with teenage disregard that he'd be dead before he'd see a wedding in our yard. The wind picked up, and panicked geese appeared and quickly went. But all the humans did that day was go inside the tent. The thunder sounded much too close and full of angry power. But all my father said to this was, "Make the music louder." I wish that I could truly say I thought about you on that day. Out there on the beach alone, just you, the wind, the sea, and foam.
What is that?
But I didn't. Until we found you.
After Milton disappeared, the only thing he left behind was a room full of paintings. Milton Finch in The Magic Paintbrush.
All right, Milton. All right, I see you, boy. I see you.
Whatever Milton had found in the house, Mom didn't want it getting out.
Here we go. We going basically to the top floor. We might be there. Hold on, bro. I'm about to say, don't tell me we
Mom
too
definitely
heavy to get
blamed
up there.
Edith, but I think Lewis blamed himself. After he graduated, he just spent more and more time in his room. Until Mom got him a job at the cannery.
Right, okay, that's who was working at the cannery.
Everyone always told me to stay out of Lewis's room. Except Lewis.
I see my man Lewis was experimenting with that greenery a little bit. I see you, my boy. I feel it, bro. A long day making canned salmon. Come home. You wash all that fish off of you. First off, wash all the fish off of you. And then chill, blaze one. So we chilling. All right, so how the hell we supposed to... Oh, right here.
Lewis's room smelled very, very familiar. That part of him lived on.
Ain't no way she said it smells very familiar. I see you, Edith. Go ahead. Edith know what we talking about. Fireweed Road.
Dear Mrs. Finch, as Lewis's psychiatrist, I can understand your desire for an explanation. As I see it, the trouble began in January, shortly after we convinced your son to seek treatment for substance abuse. Newly sober, I believe Lewis first noticed the monotony of his daily life.
Oh, cut the head. And then
He
what?
kept working
Oh,
at the cannery.
okay.
But he withdrew part of himself. In our sessions, I saw the same behavior.
I mean, it's kind of like working at a slaughterhouse
His
for
mind
real.
began to...
It's probably not anything I'd be able to do. His mind
Wonder.
began to... Huh? Oh! That's our character. Hold on. We gotta do both these at the same time?
I asked him to describe it.
Bro, your hand is about to be gone if you ain't paying
He said he started
attention.
small, imagining a labyrinth.
A labyrinth.
He'd feel his way about. Then something moved. Bats. And toads.
Bats and toads.
And things that have not names. He knew it was all in his head.
Yeah, there you go. I figured something like that would happen.
Seriously. I had hoped he'd find himself.
Yeah, just don't get your shit chopped off, bro.
But he found something more. I worried about him then. Daydreaming at the cannery. I spoke with his boss. But he said Lewis had become a model employee. Methodical, tireless, focused. Like a whole new Lewis. So I let him go on.
Oh, up here, up here.
I even encouraged him. It seemed very promising at first. He told me he'd made a new friend.
Got him a dog.
On the edge of a city he named Lewis Topia.
Lewistopia.
He built the city up slowly, brick by brick.
Trying to be a young king out here. I feel you, Lewis.
Then he made musicians. And songs
Yo,
for them to play.
It's really kind of throwing me off that they got me doing both these things at the same time.
He talked about starting a band. And he was always humming something. Every day his imagination grew stronger.
My man is
He no longer
infatuated with
spoke at the
fish.
cannery,
Kind of just
but
became his
his
whole
chopping was
life.
as reliable as ever. Then one day it struck him that all the cheering crowds, even the stones under his feet, were all in his imagination. So he could do whatever he wished. He held an election for mayor.
For mayor, I thought he was the king
he
out
won.
this bitch. My man just jumped down the flagpole like Mario. Oh wait,
They
oh no.
begged him to stay, but his
messing up
mind
on my
was already
duties.
wandering. It became a game for him.
All right, no more multitasking, please, yo. Oh shit, bro. Hold on.
He'd conquer a city, then immediately push on. New Louisville.
Okay. New Louisville.
St. Louis.
St. Louis, yo. I was about to make a joke that the next one should be called St. Louis, but they beat me to it.
He started drifting away
That's
from
some
our
bullshit.
reality. Minneapolis.
Minneapolis.
Until one day he forgot to go home from the cannery.
Forgot to go home.
Even as his mother pleaded with him, part of Lewis kept sailing on.
That was his mom.
In Lewisburg, he
Beautiful
heard rumors
prince. Handsome queen. Yo, maybe we should listen to the queen. She trying to tell you
Handsome
something that's
queen.
gonna help you. All right, I'm trying not to crash because I don't know what that's gonna do.
The queen was on
Trying
her
to keep
own
Lewis
quest
alive for the time being. Radiant ramp. Nah, we going with the rainbows, bro. I ain't trying to deal with no
Radiant
serpents. I'm
rainbows.
already cutting the heads off of fish. Yes, sir.
He followed the sound of her.
Ah! Punk ass. Guitar. We ain't went this way yet. Let's hit the guitar. Or the sitar.
Electric
What is
sitar.
that?
His chase led him to a golden palace east of the sun and west of the moon. Even then, his logic remained sound. He knew the world was all in his
Oh, they
imagination.
piling. I'm tripping. Well, we gotta chase the queen.
But he was so proud of having created it. In his own eyes, he'd become something greater than a king. For someone who'd never known success in the real world, I think it was overwhelming. And then it struck him that the real Lewis was not the one chopping salmon, but the one climbing the steps of a golden palace.
Ugh. Yes, sir.
My imagination is as real as my body, he told me. It was hard to argue with him.
All right, what's about to come mess this up for us? This gotta be at the cannery. It's gotta be Lewis. Hey, I already know this your locker, my boy. I already know this your locker. You need to get that Chinese food up out
Began
here,
to
though.
forget the world we know. I think it pained
It
him
looks
to
far from
remember Lewis,
paradise.
the cannery worker.
Nah, this is insane, bro. I don't think anybody should be able to work under these conditions.
He began to despise the man with a royal contempt.
Oh, he's not even touching anything.
I still thought I could save him. Even after he said he was being crowned king over all the lands of wonder.
Don't tell me there's about to be like a meat grinder or something.
The palace would be packed with his companions.
Nah, did my man Lewis really like walk the conveyor belt? I'm starting to think he did.
Including the wise Calico who had insisted on advising him.
Hey, they grooving though. Hey, it's a party. Hopefully it's not a send-off type party.
His queen waited, holding his crown. was only one thing left to do.
Nah, my man was smoking a little bit more than the herb, you feel me? That's a guillotine. Why do they always do this, man? Did my man Lewis, did he cut his own head off?
Bend down his head.
My man was clean with the gold, though.
And the rest I think you know. Mrs. Finch, your son was a kind man who will be missed by all of us who knew him.
My brother was really cool. I wish you could have met him.
Well, that's the top floor. They had to put my man Lewis in the attic. He was blowing that loud, boy. Oh, there's one more
On the
floor.
way back from Lewis's funeral, my mom told me to start packing. She waited until the
It's
day
gotta be
before we
Edith's
left
room.
to tell Edie. I'm not sure if she wanted to make it easier or harder. I wish we'd stayed.
All right, I'm guessing this is our old room.
My mom ended up leaving everything behind.
Full of packing
What happened
peanuts.
that night had been coming for a long time. Maybe it should have come sooner. But it had to end one way or another. All that's left now is to tell you about that last night.
All right, let's go ahead and finish it up. See what happened on the last night.
That whole last day, Edie just watched us pack and didn't say a word. Until supper, when she raised her glass and said,
"To our final night together, and all our final nights apart."
Grandma, you know what I said about alcohol. Some of your medications are very
Edith,
specific.
I left a present for you in the hallway. Why don't you go open it? The grown-ups have to argue now.
I'm sorry, you're right.
She kept it a bill
We're
with
all
me.
leaving tomorrow. Let's just enjoy our last...
I'm not leaving.
Edith, you're excused.
She said she wanted to stay at her family's home. She ain't trying to leave.
the power had been shut off that morning, but Edie always had plenty of candles. When my mom sealed the library, I don't think she knew about the other entrance. Or that Edie had a key to it.
There's always a different entrance in this house. There's never just one.
That thing you're afraid of isn't going to end when you leave the house.
What are they talking about?
Edith has a right to know these stories.
My children are dead because of your stories. I think it's best if Edith and I leave tonight.
Dead because of the stories.
We'll have the nursing home send a van for you in the morning. Okay?
Gonna put Edie in a home? History of the Finches.
Dear Edith, there's so many stories I wish I could tell you, but there's only time for one. This is about what happened on the night you were born. That night, the tide went way, way out. It was the first and last time I ever saw the old house aground. God, it smelled awful. You know, I've seen that house every day of my life. But I never thought I'd go back to it. When the fog rolled in, I lost my way. I got
Goodness.
turned around.
You could have waited a whole nother day to go out here, keep it real. Got me out here in Silent Hill. I ain't feeling this.
For a while, I wandered.
Nah, lead the way. Don't be having me out here wandering.
I started seeing things.
That wasn't no deer. You
Things
didn't
I'd
see that.
forgotten had ever existed.
Oh, she's starting to find the
But
furniture.
when I saw them, they felt like old friends. That night, a lot of things came back to me. Or maybe I came back to them.
We are about to walk into this house. And it's gonna be a normal ass house, guarantee it.
Things I can't explain, but that I need you to try and...
Edith, what are you doing in here?
It's mine.
Edith!
Mom, you're gonna rip it. Let go.
Oh, they're gonna make us rip.
I kicked and screamed, but Mom dragged me to the car.
I mean, it just ripped at the spine of the book. You can still read it.
I never saw Great Grandma Edie again.
For real, just
The next morning, the
took us
van
out of the
came to pick
house.
her up, but she was already gone. After that, we moved around a lot. We both tried to make the best of it.
Oh, I gotta wave it. Oh, shoot.
A few years went by. My mom didn't like to talk about it. But she started getting sick a lot. The rest happened pretty quickly. She got better for a while, and then she didn't. And then I was alone. The last Finch left alive. Until I found out about you. I'm still not sure what to tell you about all this.
She pregnant for real?
If we lived forever, maybe we'd have time to understand things. But as it is, I think the best we can do is try to open our eyes. And appreciate how strange and brief all of this is.
What is happening,
this journal
bro?
was supposed to be for you. But now I hope you'll never see it.
Are we being born right now?
I just want to meet you and tell you all these stories myself.
Are we about to pop out the coochie? Stop, bro.
But I guess if you're reading this now,
Who's the new
it's gonna work out
Finch?
that way.
There's about to be a new Finch, y'all.
This is where your story begins. I'm sorry I won't be there to see it.
Sorry, I
It's
won't
a
be
lot
there
to
to.
ask, but I don't want you to be sad that I'm gone. I want you to be amazed that any of us ever had a chance to be here at all. Good luck.
What? What happened? What happened to Edith? I can't take this, y'all. Oh, I can't take this. I don't even know what happened. Yo, did they hint that she was sick or something? I don't know if I missed anything. I know when I go back and edit, maybe I might pick up on something, but what happened? She was only 18 years old. It said 1999 to 2017. I don't know, bro. I don't know. All right, before I head out of here, y'all, I want to thank you guys again for the support. No matter how big, how small, I appreciate every bit of it. And I appreciate you guys taking this ride with me. So until the next time, y'all, be safe, spread love, and I'll catch y'all in the next one.